What's going on, guys? How's it going? My name is Brad, and you are watching the Comeback Card Investor. And tonight is a very special live stream because number one, my nice camera's not working, so I look like shit. Two, we got Scott Greenberg, CEO of StarStock, in the house. And if you don't know what StarStock is, Scott is going to update you on what it is, but all the crazy news and updates, including a pretty high-profile NBA player now investing in StarStock, something I just read about earlier today. And of course, we got my cake. And it's been a while since I've spent a lot of money on bougie LA cake, but I figured, for an occasion like this where we got to celebrate 5,000 subscribers, we have a little card break coming up to give away to some of y'all. I might as well just bust out the cake also to celebrate Scott's progress with StarStock. So let's bring him on. Scott, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on? Thanks for having me on.
I figured you wouldn't get cake or you wouldn't have time to, so I'm going to celebrate for both of us with the 2 slices.
I know. I feel like I got the short end of the stick here. I'm the one opening up the cards for everyone, and you're gonna be eating the cake while I do that. So,
dude, life ain't fair, man. But
yeah, we might switch roles next time.
That's it, man. But all right, so I know you don't have much time, so you got to get off about 45, 50 minutes from now. And I see everyone hopping on now, and it's a busy night. We got football coming up. We have the virtual. And the last time you were on, it was, I think there was like 600 of us in the community. It was very beginner. I couldn't even get my audio visual to work at all. So it wasn't even live. This time, this is kind of like reminiscent where my nice camera is not working. So here we are with my old webcam. But anyway, for anyone that is new to StarStock, that is not familiar with what it is, we're not going to go through the whole usual gambit, but what is like just the 30-second elevator pitch? What is StarStock for anyone that's new?
Yeah, so what we're building at StarStock is basically a marketplace where people can trade their cards instantly and at scale. And so essentially the goal of what we're building is almost building out like a stock market. And using sports cards as like the gold standard to back it. And so, we're building it based on our own frustrations as consumers in the hobby, and we love cards. And so we just want to, build a website that makes it easier to do so.
Okay. So, it's great because there's a lot of pain points in this hobby for sure. A lot of administrative work, a lot of scams, a lot of things like that. And then platforms like yours and a few others really eliminate that. What makes StarStock different compared to some of the others that are out there now?
Yeah. So, when I got back into collecting and investing in cards about 2 years ago, I started really looking at kind of short-term plays. And was really frustrated when I was waiting for the card in the mail still, when it was like the best time to flip that player. And so, what we're doing that's really cool is we have a platform where you can really watch the game. There's going to be a football game in an hour. You can watch that game and you can trade these players while you're watching. And so if someone scores a touchdown or throws 3 interceptions, you can go onto StarStock and buy that card or sell that card. And in my personal, experience as a sports fan, I feel like there's a gap in the market for that. As with fantasy football, you typically set your lineup and then you're just watching the game and you're kind of seeing how those players end up playing. And so we really wanted to build a product where people can engage while they're actually watching games.
Yeah, the name of the game is speed. In this short-term type of investing and flipping and gambling or whatever, it's how can I react as quickly as possible? And when you have some of the pain points that the hobby has had for, forever up until now, it's pretty much, okay, I can't trade off of pure speed. I have to trade 2 weeks, a month, 3 months out. I don't have that ability to act very quickly and to play that game. I think that's a really fun game to play is that, okay, breaking news, how do I interpret it? How do I strategize? And so platforms like StarStock really work out. But most people are familiar with that. And last time I had you on, it was like 6 months ago?
Yeah, it was like 6 months. It was this summer. Like it might have been.
Oh shit! Well, it seems like 2 years ago.
May, so maybe it was June.
Okay, wow. It seems like
June or July.
Forever ago. But okay, let's say it's June. And I remember you had a couple sports, you had a couple cards. It was very beginner. And since then, every time I go to the website, there's more and more going on. I see a new index feature. Tell us about where StarStock is now and some of the features and what you're offering versus even a couple months ago.
Yeah, well, the biggest difference is the amount of cards we have. And that's, all you guys, we have to thank you guys for that. People started sending us in tons of cards. And so, when we launched, we had 3,000 cards on the site, and 6 months later, we have, I think it's 350,000 right now and counting. And so that's the biggest difference. And as we build more liquidity and get more cards on the site, prices become more efficient. It becomes easier to flip your cards. And we're definitely seeing that. And so I'd say that's the biggest difference. And then, we're making, a lot of progress on the product. It's been really exciting. A lot of really cool features that we've been able to push out recently. The index is one of them that's really, really big. With the basketball season approaching, we actually built it based off of, a whiteboarding session that a few of our employees and people that work here were just having themselves to try to figure out which players they should buy. And we're like, wow, we should probably throw that on an index and let everybody else see. So yeah, a lot of really cool front-facing features that we're putting out over these next few weeks as we ramp up to basketball season. So really excited about it.
Yeah, and even going to the home page, I want to see if I could pull that up, just because the home page is so different now than before. So let me see if I can share the screen just for a second for anyone that is not familiar with StarStock. I actually have a couple tabs open on eBay because I need to buy some cards, and the auction ends in about 40 minutes. So I have an alarm going off that'll probably cut one of us off. But if you go to the home page right here, you see the featured cards. You have all this. This is the index, correct? What we're looking at right here.
Yeah, so I can walk you through this real quick. So
yeah, let's do that.
So with so about a month ago, we switched up the marketplace. It's more of like a window style marketplace now. And so what's really cool about this is we only have a handful of windows now, but we're going to continue to add new, basically their individual sorts in there. But yeah, the Mba Merging 30 index is right here. So you can see this. So basically what we did was we took the 30 best prospects based on their Prizm StarStock A price for 2017 through the 2020 draft class. And so this is a really cool way for you to kind of see the overall market trend of the sport. But if you click in to view the index, you can pull up.
I might have to share this differently. Hold on one second. Oh, there we go. It popped up. Cool.
So you can see the chart. Basketball's back. That's clear.
Yeah.
And then if you scroll down, you can see this table. And so what's awesome about this, as I said, is these are all StarStock A Prizm prices. So you don't even need to know, it's uniform across the whole entire index. You don't even need to know the card. All you need to know is the player and the price next to it. And so this makes it feel much more kind of like a stock in a way. And it helps people that might know a lot about the different players in the sport, but might not know as much about which cards they should buy.
Okay, so if it says green plus 12.5, it just means there was a sale for 450, and that is the higher percentage of the prior sale. While Jason Tatum, there hasn't been a sale yet in the last, or is that it? Or
yeah. So just the price hasn't moved.
Okay. So it could be sales at the same price, but this is where that same StarStock A. Did you say StarStock A? Correct.
StarStock A for all these cards. Yes.
Okay, Prizm. Okay, has changed. Okay, so you get to really see. I love the visuals because when you could lay it out this way, then you could really see green, red. Okay, this is down. This is up. Where do I want to invest based on this? And anytime it's laid out this way, it's just very easy to skip a lot of the mental processing.
Yeah, no, this is such a great way to look at it. Like some things can just jump out to you so fast, right? Like, so for me, like Donovan Mitchell up top there jumps out to me. It's because like, here's someone who's proven that he's going to be a superstar if he's not already. He does it on both ends of the floor. Ja Morant, I think, is a superstar as well, but he only did it for 1 year and maybe 3/4 of a year. So does he deserve to be $40 more expensive than Donovan Mitchell? I don't know. But like, these are some things that you probably wouldn't be able to find on the website unless if it was all right there in front of you on a table. And so it's really cool. I check it quite quite frequently, but we've gotten a good response from our users from this.
Yeah, and I think it makes it a lot more active. It makes it a lot more of a daily thing. And if I go back to the homepage, the other thing I like too is, let me see where it's at. New arrivals, upcoming action. I thought this was great because now we're really tying into what games are happening today, this weekend, whatever else. So we can strategize and play this game every day or as much as we want to, all from the homepage versus trying to piece it together. Because no matter what, we're going to ESPN or Fox Sports or wherever else to look at the schedule. But if we can have it here and tie it together and then just click on some of the players and it goes to their cards, now we can, again, it's just a bit more seamless.
Yeah, 100%. So this is, the first kind of baby step in a much larger plan to kind of integrate, stats and schedule stuff into the product. So we put this went live Friday, I think. So like I said, we're really we've been making a lot of progress on the product. We're putting things out pretty frequently now. And so this is one of the newer features we just launched.
Okay. So where is StarStock going from here? Because you guys have changed and iterated a ton already. Obviously, I got to ask you about the big news with Kevin Durant in investing in some sort of way financially. I don't know if he's going to put his name behind it or like an image or anything, but that's huge. I mean, from someone on this end, for someone as big of an athlete, that high profile, to be actively investing in something sports card related, it's not only big for StarStock, but I think it's huge for the hobby, because I think of it as, okay, well, what about Steph Curry? Well, what about Zion? I mean, when I think of athletes, a lot of these guys, when they were kids, they were collecting basketball cards, right? They all did it the same way like we would do it. They just ended up being really good to the point where they get to be on the card and we're still talking about them. Yeah. It's like, well, I'm just making YouTube content with a webcam about all of this. But so tell us a bit about how that came to be and what that means for StarStock.
Yeah, it's great. Kevin's on board. Matthew Dellavedova is another NBA player who invested. And those are just the two, famous guys that are NBA players. But we have an awesome group of investors that just, came on board. We're really excited about it. People with experience, in this specific industry, in the sports card world, but also in sports and in entertainment, past entrepreneurs. So a really, really great squad. And we're really excited about it. So for us, it just means that the team's a little bit stronger. But it doesn't really change anything else for us. Our goals remain the same. We have tons of work to do. It definitely feels good to have the news go out, but this is not a win for us by any means. As far as we're concerned here in the office, we haven't accomplished anything yet, and so we're still eager to continue to kind of build this out and see what we can build.
It's funny because you sound just like one of those athletes that like he's doing really well, like in this season, or they're going to the Super Bowl or to the finals. No, dude, we know we're just grinding every day. We haven't accomplished anything yet. And then once you get like the next milestone, it's like a Super Bowl or a finals win. Yeah, but next season's coming up. We got to grind. But that's really the mentality to have, because it's a competitive. Everything worthwhile is competitive. So you got to always be hungry and humble and do everything you can to improve, or someone else will do the same. Is there anything specific with Kevin and the other investors that they're looking to see or accomplish, or like this latest amount of fundraising, anything that's going to go towards in the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, I mean, everything we've been doing, the first 3-4 months that we were launched, we didn't expect to get the response out of the gate that we did. I think we thought that people were going to like our product. We didn't expect to get so many cards sent to us so fast. So the first few months, we really spent a lot of time on scaling up our operations and making sure that we can process your cards fast and just have really good customer service. Timely comment, Jorge. So now that we've been able to kind of scale that up, and we're able to process thousands of new cards onto the site every day. As I said, we've just been working a ton on the product and trying to put out new and exciting features. And so that will remain. We hope to continue to kind of partner with some cool individuals and companies. We just launched a PSA partnership, I think it was last week, in which we're going to start submitting cards directly to PSA. And so for us, we just want to build the best marketplace possible. We want to make this hobby more fun and easier to just buy and sell and trade cards. And so that's going to be the vision until we are successful and feel like we've actually built the best marketplace out there.
That's awesome. And what's cool about it is that you're moving so quickly. I think that StarStock, and not only the involvement with other investors, but just the features, it's really challenging the other platforms, because I feel like other platforms were content with how things were. But when you have someone like Gary Vee and his influence, his style of influence, where just social media, it's young, it's tech-based, you can't just relax. You can't just be good with what worked in 1998, whether it's on the grading side, the sending side, the bidding, whatever it is. That's some of the biggest pain points in the hobby. So anything that allows us to focus more on sports and sports cards, that's the goal, right? We don't want to all these things were invented, all these apps, all this technology is to eliminate the crap we don't want so we can spend more time on the things that we do want. What would you say is the next project for StarStock? Would it be a new sport? Is it expanding into different cards of besides just a few of the rookie cards, but different sets? Is there a main goal or next milestone that you guys want to hit?
We're always looking for more cards. We want to have everyone's cards on our site. And the more liquidity that we're able to build on the site, the more value we bring to everybody. And so that's really the biggest priority for us. We try so hard to create the best seller experience possible, take a lot of friction out, take a lot of work off the seller's hands. So for anyone out there that hasn't tried out our site, would love for you to test it out, send some cards in, even if you start with a few kind of lower end raw cards to start. And then moving forward, what we've really seen over these past couple months, it's been really exciting, is we're getting a lot more graded cards sent to us, and we're selling a lot more graded cards. And so really kind of a big priority for us is building more liquidity with graded cards, and just, increasing the amount of graded cards that we sell. And that's been an initiative for the past couple months, and we've seen a lot of improvement there as well.
Well, I got to say, the one thing that stands out with StarStock is that they really incentivize sending cards to them, because if you think of all the different platforms out there and the different fees involved, let's say it's zero to send in cards, correct? I mean, it costs nothing, and it's only 5% of sales with zero cash out fees as of now, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so I mean, you're doing everything you can to say, look, give us a shot, right? Send us your cards. It's going to be uploaded really quickly too. What's the current processing time, would you say?
1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we have this service called FastPass. So if it's any 2020 product, so the new Prizm, NBA Draft, NFL Donruss, any of that stuff, that's 48 hours, as well as graded card. So if you send us a slab, 48 hours.
Okay. So, I mean, extremely quick, which again,
we had to shut down the office for 1.5 days last week. So for anyone who's in the comments there, it might have been 36 hours instead of 20, might have been 60 hours instead of 48. But usually 48 hours to get in for those.
Okay. And I want to show that real quick. If I go to StarStock, it was very simple. There's just an address here. Let me see here. Oh, I got some money. Let's see, we're shipping cards, sending cards, and then that was it. I mean, it was literally, you read this little bit right here, and then it goes over all the guidelines, and then there's the address. So, and one other big thing I want to mention, because a lot of people don't know this, is that with StarStock, you can send in cards directly from breakers and where else? eBay and some others?
Anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere.
So I tell this a lot to international investors and collectors, which is other platforms that you send in cards to, you may have to include certain labels and do all the stuff yourself, which a breaker or eBay or whoever else, they won't do. But if you're able to do that stuff online on StarStock and just have that be the address, that's a huge perk. Because I mean, one of the biggest pain points, if you're overseas, it's not only add 2 to 3 weeks and customs, but now you're adding all these shipping costs as well. So I really think that this is a great place to start if you are out of the country, just because all that stuff, all those cards you're getting from breakers in the US or on eBay, they don't have to be sent to you and then back to the US, because that's stupid. That's a waste of time. If you're able to do that automatically, just straight through StarStock, it's just more money and less time for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'd have to, ship it back to get graded and then back over to you. And so we're just trying to streamline it all. And so, yeah, like it's a great point. We're building something that's pretty useful for international collectors and investors as well. And it's something that we're just kind of continuing to improve on and trying to figure out how we can streamline the process even more. And so that's why these PSA submissions are really exciting for us, because you can live on the other side of the world. Well, we actually have a lot of customers that are in Australia.
They're here. They're here in the community too. Yeah, a lot in Australia, which is like literally the other side of the world.
Literally the other side of the world. Tons of them, though. They might even be like, after US and Canada, it might be our third biggest country. But they can now buy a StarStock A on our site. They can submit it to get graded. They can get it straight back into the vault, and they can sell it. So they can buy, grade, and sell without even touching the card or having to ship it all the way back to Australia. They can just do it all through StarStock, and we don't charge any shipping fees to go over to PSA or to come back, or so just trying to find, even if it's kind of just tiny ways, even if it's saving people a few dollars on shipping, just trying to find ways we can streamline the process.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's really just get rid of those pain points. And with everything you're doing, I'm sure others are just going to follow suit and try to copy. But it sounds like you have a good mindset in terms of just staying one step ahead and always acknowledging what sucks about the hobby, and turnaround time, shipping costs, scams. That's some of the biggest pain points we have. I want to see if there's any questions here that we can take before we bust into that break. And we'll have to do some sort of trivia. I mean, I had 0 questions prepared. I was like, what questions would I ask for someone to be a winner? But I wanted to ask you a weird question, like random ass question, to see if someone will guess it, and then they'll be the winner if they guess right. But let me take this question first. Anything on API to provide API access to developers? I that's like beyond my my knowledge right there.
Yeah, we're actually working on some like data sharing plans and things like that. Crooklyn, if you want some more info on that, just shoot me an email. Happy to kind of hear you out and hear what you're looking to do. But yeah, probably at some point in 2021, but probably not in the next several weeks, but something that we're definitely thinking about and looking to do soon.
And what's the update with the PSA submissions? Because that's very intriguing. Is that going full speed right now? Is it just in beta? Is there limitations, or is there just like a little trial period?
So we announced it on Wednesday last week, and we put a cap on it this time, and we filled up all the spots in like 24 hours, and the shipment went out this afternoon. So it's in full force. We're going to open up the submissions for next month. If we get a lot of demand, we'll start doing it every 2 weeks, and then every week if it permits. So if you're interested, when you pulled up the site earlier, it's right underneath ship my cards home. It's just send my cards to PSA.
Okay. And there's a lot more questions I'd love to ask, but I want to break into that box, and hopefully we got something real good. So Andy is back there, Fantasy Football Card Quest. I see you down there. He's hidden. I'm just going to add him for a second. What's up, Andy? How you doing? Oh, you're muted. So anyway, that's good enough. So he'll be down there. And I was like, man, I should ask all these sports questions, but I'm going to ask a really weird question and see if someone gets it. So before you say what it is, I want people to guess. But what is your most underrated fruit? Underrated fruit.
That's easy.
Because I have mine. Okay. So, and if you just answer in the comments section, all right, And then in 30 seconds, Scott will let us know what his most underrated fruit is, and you will be the winner of the first 2 packs of the break.
All right, I'm going to get a knife for this. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes, so random. I need some answers. Maybe my screen's a bit behind. Okay, there's trying to come. This is so damn random. I just had to ask it. Okay.
It's not that tough of a question if you know me.
Okay. Well, no one. I don't know you.
I don't eat too much. I don't eat fruit that frequently.
But when you do.
But I'm a big Syracuse University fan. If that's going to give anyone a few hints out there. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see if someone put it already in there.
Man. Oh, there's Chris Gilmore. Maybe.
Let me see. I'm looking. Andy, I need you to do this for me. In fact, Andy, if you see it.
I see Chris Gilmore.
I got to go down. Damn, we got watermelon, pineapple. Dude, the answer for me is peach. I think peaches are highly underrated.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'm looking down all the comments. All right.
The comments here.
If you see it, put it up. Okay, there we go. All right. So the first 2 packs will be for Chris. Let's bust those open right now. See what we got. I know you got about sort out 15, 20 minutes.
Card Hour, I just saw your DM. So we just launched soccer a few weeks ago. Definitely need some help there. If you have any suggestions, shoot over an email to support@StarStock. They'll forward it over to me. I'll get back to you on that. That'd be awesome.
And what's your latest with other sports? Is there anything else that you guys are considering right now or really close to, or are you just gauging feedback and comments right now?
Nothing we're really close to, but like what I like to say is like us adding sports is based on everybody in this video and all of our customers and users out there. We got so many emails and DMs about soccer that we just couldn't respond back to people telling them that we didn't have it anymore. And so we had to launch soccer. And so we don't get that much for hockey. I know that there's some hockey fans out there. I know golf is kind of picking up a little bit of steam. So
someone mentioned UFC. Are you hearing that a lot or not too much just yet?
I haven't heard that yet, but for any of you guys, like not only with sports that we should be, accepting on our site, any feedback, any ideas, shoot them over to us. It's super helpful. Our product team looks at them every single week and we decide what we're going to work on based on what people are telling us to do. And so
okay, I have an idea. If you're watching this right now, since there's a lot of you here that are already familiar with StarStock, what is the one sport that you would like to see added or the one feature, just so that we can get a tally? Maybe there's like a good sense versus just one being sent. But if there's anything striking to you that you think could benefit StarStock and other collectors and investors, let me know what it is. Grapefruit? Oh, no, that's still based on the last question. Marvel? Okay, Baywatch? I don't know. Baywatch cards? Look, you can't go wrong with Baywatch cards.
No, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about investing, but just having them for myself. Yeah, I do have my Full House cards. I have my John Stamos, Uncle Jesse card for sure. Are we ready to bust those open?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. So who's first? I'm just writing the names down so we can put them in their account afterwards. Chris, right?
Chris Gilmore.
All right, Chris, you're up first. Yo, Chris, put a comment with your username in here, and because I want to get these into your account like right after we get off the call, so you guys can sell them if you don't like what you get.
Yeah, hey, that's the beauty of it. You sell some that you don't really like to get other cards you do. I mean, that was the fun of the hobby 25 years ago as a kid as well.
Oh, for sure. All right, I see a rookie.
Okay. Let me see if I can make your screen bigger.
Miles Garrett.
Nope, definitely not. Nope, definitely not. Nope, definitely not. Okay, it looks like I can't do that. There we go. It's bigger, but oh, sweet, Barry.
Hey, Sanders. All right, here's the card that's pretty solid. Jonathan Taylor.
Beautiful.
And so I actually I lied to you guys by accident, but since it's 8 p.m., none of our processing or grading teams in. And so it's going to be the first thing that they process in the morning. You guys.
You guys have time before the weekend.
Jonathan Taylor for Chris Gilmore.
Sweet. That was pack number 1, right?
Pack number 1. So one
All
more,
right.
one more pack for you, Chris.
Where'd you get these, by the way? This is retail.
It's Blaster Box. I actually got them on Twitter.
Oh, what?
I just saw someone who was selling them. I was like, yeah, I'd like some.
Sweet. All right, wait, over a bit. There we go.
Sony Michel.
Yeah.
Allen Robinson. Colin Johnson, rookie.
All right. Ooh. Oh, nice. That's a beautiful card right there.
Yeah, these are the lasers this year. They're cool. And then
Yeah, hopefully Dak will have a great year next year after such a horrific injury. I'm definitely stocking up on Dak Prescott's when I see the opportunity, just because he's like the easiest guy to root for next year.
Yeah. So that's Chris. Who have you been buying up? Are you starting to shift focus over to basketball?
You know what? I was buying basketball in October. I'm starting to sell a bit of basketball, and now I'm actually curious about baseball, even though I don't watch the sport. But I'm trying to play how can I just do research on teams that are expected to be good, players that are expected to rebound from a disappointing year, what's underpriced, and then just go from there and see what I could sell off before baseball even kicks off. And then I think for next year, because football is my number 1 sport that I enjoy, I'm just going to go heavy into the quarterbacks and some of the other skill positions in February, March, April, or when those teams are eliminated from playoff contention. Whenever their low is, I think I'm just going to go heavy into that, just because I enjoy keeping up with football a lot more. Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. I'm excited about basketball season. This is going to be nuts. I really think so.
Okay, I have an idea. So here's a good for question number 2. Who is going to win it all? This is a question for Scott that think about it for a second, but you guys answer in the comment section. Who is going to win it all in the NBA this season? First one, except for Chris. You can't win twice.
This is a harder question than the fruit one. Really?
There's a lot of fruits, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Star fruit and dragon fruit.
2 or 3 NBA teams you could choose from right now, maybe.
Yeah. Well, there's the obvious ones, but I want to see who people can guess first. Let's see if Andy's down there. You doing all right, Andy? Good. And I think I have a little delay on mine. Okay, Nets, Suns, Lakers, Pelicans. All right, and Heat. Okay, if you see it, let us know what the answer is. If you don't see it yet, hold off.
I mean, I got to decide right now. I haven't really thought about it too much yet. I'd like to think it's the Knicks, but I think we all know that's not happening. I'm going to go
with who you think and who you wish. This is who you think.
I'm going to go with my 2 guys. So one guy's back there.
I did see the Suns. And I see. Oh, okay. All right. I see someone. Okay.
My guy Kevin. So I'm going with the Nets.
Who was the? Wait. Hold on. The Nets.
Yeah, I'm going with Steve Nash. And Kevin.
Okay. I thought you were going with the Suns just because the team.
No,
okay, the Nets.
Steve Nash is the coach there now.
Yeah. That's right. Well, I mean, actually, that should have been a great hint because Kevin Durant's also the investor. So it's like you can't go against him right now. Exactly. Okay, so we got the next 2 packs from Michael Corbley right there. So congratulations, Michael. Let's bust these packs open for you.
All right, Michael. Let's get you something good.
Yeah, there we go.
Will Fuller just got suspended.
Nice. That's always a good investment.
Oh, yeah. Derwin James.
Sweet.
Ooh, haven't heard this name in a while. Rondé Barber.
Oh, dude, he was one of my favorites. Rondé and Tiki back in the day.
Back in the day, man. And an Anthony Harris. So no rookies there.
No rookie. Okay, but this next pack, we're going to hit something sweet.
All right. Mark Brunell. God, where do they come up with this stuff, right? Mark Brunell.
His face always looked really squished to me. If you ever saw him with the helmet on, it looked like his face was like. I don't know if he looks like that in that picture, but he always had a very squished looking face. Yeah, exactly, like that.
He's squinting a little bit. Tannehill.
See, you just got a new person signing up for StarStock right here. Michael, you got to sign up. So
I love it. Zach Moss, but I'm going to give you a warning, Michael. This is bad alignment. If you look at the rookie card emblem there, you can see it off by half an inch. So that's not going to get a StarStock A, I can tell you that. But it's a cool card. Zach Moss and Darrell Taylor.
Ooh, that's a pretty card.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Defensive end. All right.
Awesome. Cool cards. I mean, nothing spectacular, but cool cards. It's always nice to win. It's always nice to break and play that game. All right, so let's think of a last question, and I'm going to go with who is going to win the Super Bowl? Well, how about this? Yeah, do we want to do that one, or do you want to do like something harder? Like, what is the score of the Super Bowl?
I can tell you who I think is going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to be a hard one too.
Okay, let's do who's going to win the Super Bowl. Put your answers in now. We'll pick the first person, except if you already won. All right.
Who do you think?
I'm going with the Bucks, just not because I think, but because I really, really hope so. I mean, it's hard to go against the Chiefs just logically. I mean, they just don't have weaknesses. It seems like every position is just stacked, and like like three of the linemen were down, and they still were fine. The wide receivers just make everyone look like fools. Patrick Mahomes just toys with defenders.
Unreal.
So it's like only a serious injury could I imagine the Chiefs not being favored. But we'll see. There's some other good teams. And also in football, it's not like a best of 7. It is just who showed up that one day.
Exactly. That's why I think they lost to the Raiders, so anyone could beat them. I for some reason, I think it's going to be wacky. Like after watching the Steelers lose and watching the Giants beat the Seahawks, it just feels like it's going to be a weird playoff.
It's a weird year. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's like the Super Bowl ends in a tie or something really random. But I mean, you think of what was I going to say? You think of like just all the injuries. You think of the Patriots that one year where they went undefeated and lost in the Super Bowl. Anything can happen. It's any given Sunday. It's not like the best team will win because it's a best of 7. They'll get their feet under them game 2 or game 3. It's pretty much that one missed kick, that one special teams play. That's all it takes. All right. So do you see the?
Yeah, put up Ziggy No's comment at 7:38.
All right. Let me see.
He took the words straight out of my mouth. It's going to be a wacky playoffs.
Okay, let's see here. Andy, help me find this. There we go. Gaines.
He had another one where he went into more detail. I think the Giants are going to win. We're going to go 8-8. We're going to sneak into the playoffs. Daniel Jones gets hot. The defense continues to improve, and we're going to shut down the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
So definitely picking that with your heart, not your head.
Always doing that. Yeah. That I never learned the lesson, and that's why I'm a Giants, Yankees, Knicks, QSB ball. I feel like I'm overdue for something to celebrate.
Yeah, and let's bust open those cards. Congrats, Ziggy. And it's funny because that's the love of the path of the hobby. Is like it's not all logical. There's so much emotion involved because we have our favorite players and teams, and we want to always pick our guys to win, even if they are the Jets, who I saw someone put up here, the Jets, which is like the only team that for sure can't win.
Oh,
who we got there?
Jarvis Landry. How about that game the other day? Like, just I'm still trying to process what happened there at the end. Saquon.
Hopefully Saquon comes back next year even stronger because that was a horrific injury as well. Joey Bosa?
Joey Silver.
That's sick. That's a nice looking card.
And this is an first insert I've seen. Jeez, this is, I mean, in my opinion, it's just a brutal looking card.
What in the world is this? Like
this is a new insert and
creeping through a telescope at the player?
Yeah, it looks pretty weird.
It's interesting for sure. Yeah. Okay. Is it all right? What's it called?
Keenan Allen.
King Melon?
Keenan Allen.
Oh, Keenan Allen. Oh, I'm like, what's the insert called? King Melon? Like,
no, it's called Brilliance.
Ah, okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah. Kyle Van Noy.
All right.
Landon Collins. Ooh, there we go. CD.
CD Lamb.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's a great one right there.
Looks well centered too. Oh no. Again. What? Look at these. Like right out of the pack. Look at the rookie card logo. It's easiest to see there. Like,
Yeah. Wow.
it's off by a lot. And then like you can see it at the bottom too.
Yeah.
How
Interesting.
off it is. Like that sucks. This is straight out of the pack. And we're gonna give this a B, if not a C.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you grade that and it's not an A, how does it differ between a B and a C? Is there anything that if people are sending in cards, they can know ahead of time, this will automatically be a C, or this will be close? Because obviously the condition of cards drastically affect the prices. So an A and a B is completely off. A B and a C, I'm sure, is off as well. But an A to a C is like night and day difference.
Yeah.
Anything your graders do, or that you can explain that your graders do to separate between the different grades?
A StarStock A card is a card that, in our opinion, looks great, and we think has a really good chance of getting a 9 or 10. If we don't see a path to the card getting a 9 or 10, we'll make it a B. Granted, PSA is looking at these cards with they're spending more time on it, and they're also using technology, which we aren't. We're using our naked eye, and we're looking at it for less time. But our grading teams already looked through hundreds of thousands of cards, and we train them up, and we obviously hired people that really know what they're doing. And so for a StarStock A, we think it's a card that's, if not mint condition, like really, really, really near mint condition. A StarStock B is a card that has an error or two. Maybe they're minor. Maybe we think there's a chance it would get an 8, but it's going to be an 8 or a 7 or something like that. And a StarStock C is a card that either has multiple issues or what we consider a major issue. And this is a major issue.
Sorry, Ziggy.
Or if there is a huge printing error or huge printing line going down the middle or something, that can deduct the card as well. Because if you ultimately get the card graded, they're going to take that into consideration. And so for us, we want to be able to provide trust to you guys so you guys can buy cards on our site and feel confident that you know what you're getting. Mm-hmm. And if you ultimately submit it to get graded, we want you guys to, we want the cards to grade well. And so that's how we do it. We actually we put up a YouTube link like about a month ago. So for anyone that's looking for some more info on it, we do have a YouTube account. We only have one video out right now, but it is a StarStock grading explanation, so you can check it out there.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely have to ask you what that link is. I'll show it. I'll share it in the notes under the video tomorrow. Any final words? I know you have to leave in a couple minutes. Anything else just to help people, get to StarStock, or anything else you want to share before you have to head off?
Yeah, I mean, really excited about the PSA submissions. Test it out. I think it's going to be a game changer. I submitted a bunch of cards myself. I'm really, really excited about it. Stay tuned. Keep on checking the site over these next few days. We got some more stuff coming, and we got some big stuff coming too. It's going to be pretty exciting. So just stay tuned on that on our social media as well. And no, just appreciate you for having me on. Appreciate everyone in here in the comments. All of you guys that are using the site or about to sign up, hopefully. Just really appreciate you guys. And, hopefully you can invite me back on in, a few weeks or a month or two, and we can chat basketball this time once the season's underway.
All right. How about this? We'll make a deal. You bring KD on as well, and we'll have you on. No, but honestly, it's a pleasure.
You won't want me on if you got him. Come on. Yeah. I'm smart enough to know that I'd be the guy that's getting minimized out when you're at.
Remove button. All of a sudden, all right, Katie, let's chat a bit. But I really appreciate the fact that you were open to having to coming onto my station when this was like 600 of us in the community, and that means a lot to me, because it's not like you guys were so big and superior that you couldn't listen to other people that were just getting started. So that type of mentality really means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to others as well. So guys, if you're not familiar with StarStock, just go to the website, starstock.com, create a free account, take a look around, and definitely realize that any active player rookie cards in the major sports, if you send it there, it's quick upload times, very few fees compared to the other platforms, and they're really doing their best to incentivize using the platform, just testing it out for yourself to see if that's a good fit for you. And for someone like myself, it's like there's one aspect that's good for it, while eBay is another and CompC is another. And it's not like you pick one. You could literally have 2 or 3 different ones with different strategies in mind.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, all exciting stuff. Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on, and let's get another one scheduled. Let's give away some more cards. Hopefully be some basketball cards next time around. Maybe we'll get a couple more hits or some better quality stuff. But for the 3 people that did win, I'm actually going to grade these cards and put them up right now because it's only 4 of them. So check your accounts in 5 minutes. But first, send me your account so I know who to give the cards to. Otherwise, they're all going to you, Brad.
Oh, no, hooray. Well, let me end the live stream now. And Scott, while you jump off, I know you have to have another call. I'm going to do another giveaway. I just got to think of a question. Maybe I'll bring on Andy, and we'll add another question here. There's a StarStock's biggest user right there.
True.
I don't know if he's muted or not, but we'll do one more giveaway. I just got to think of the question real quick. And Scott, it's a pleasure having you on. Best of luck and wishes throughout the rest of the holiday season and throughout NBA season, and look forward to having you back on.
Got it. And before I run, just if you won one of these these packs of cards, send an email to support@StarStock with your username. That might be easier because I can't see anyone's usernames right now.
Yeah,
get them in.
Yeah, we got one there, but just email Scott and we'll get that in. And you can always leave a comment under here and I'll look at it and be able to forward it as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, appreciate you having me on.
You got it, man.
See you soon.
All right. See you, Scott. Thank you.
See you guys.
All right. Well, I want to do one more giveaway before I hop off. I know we have the virtual going, and if you don't know Andy, he's my best friend since I was a kid. So, Andy, I need a question for the last giveaway real quick before we head off. What's a question you could pose?
Wow. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Excellent. Jeez, no pressure. A question for the last giveaway, man.
And it's probably going to be it's going to be better than the other cards, because the other cards, that wasn't the best break. You know, some breaks you get $1,000 cards, other breaks you don't. But I want to give away a couple things because I really appreciate your support and the fact that we're at 5,000 plus subscribers here in the community.
Yeah, it's incredible, man. Glad to be here. Appreciate your support as well. I've got a good question for you. I've got a really good question for you. Just give me 1 second because I want to make sure it's articulated accurately. Okay.
Yeah, and if you guys follow fantasy football and you like using that knowledge to get into football cards, definitely check out Fantasy Football Card Quest. But I'm stoked with that news about Kevin Durant investing in StarStock, just for the symbolism of a big athlete getting into this, because Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, you know, like all these other guys, they all collected cards. You know, half of them did. And no response.
No, I totally agree. I'm just trying to get
speechless.
All right,
let's get that question because I got to piss. And I got my cake to eat, which I'll be honest, I'm a bit disappointed in because they cut the chocolate cake really small this time. It's only about half a pound.
Okay, so Adrian Peterson, one of the greatest running backs in the NFL history, has chasing history right now, guys. And this past weekend, he had a pretty decent game, okay? And he set a new record. Like, he achieved a new level of fame in his career. So he had a 5-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter, and it was his 117th career rushing touchdown, which is blank.
Blank on the list of all time?
No, blank. So the person needs to fill in, what place on the all-time running back list is 117 touchdowns?
Okay.
Go Google.
What on the list? Okay,
Yeah.
I see one answer. You tell me the first one you see. That was a very long question. If this was like an SAT, it would be like the whole page was just that backstory, and then you use all your glucose in your brain just reading the whole story, and then at the end of it's like, what touchdown? Where does that put him on the list? Okay, I see answers here. I just don't know the correct one. So you got
Johnny Garcia. Johnny Garcia.
Awesome, man. Johnny,
congratulations.
I'm going to send
for fourth all time in total touchdowns.
And yeah, he had 2 touchdowns, I think, Sunday, right? 2 touchdowns in the loss. It wasn't like the Lions lost, but he had 2 touchdowns. And he still has another.
No, the Lions won, dude. Don't say that too loud around my buddy Brad Nolan. He's it was terrible. Trubisky fumbled at the end of the game. The Lions actually came back from being down 10 points going into the fourth quarter, and they won.
Isn't it crazy to hear the Lions came back and won? Like just that whole line. The Lions came back and won. Anyway, Johnny, I appreciate you. Congratulations. What I need you to do is to email me. Just go to the comebackcardinvestor.com. Here, I'll put it in the comments here. The Comeback Card Investor. Oh shit, my alarm's going off to invest on eBay to win those bids. /contact. And just tell me that you won and your name is Johnny. And if I get multiple emails, then I'll be like, "Go, show me some ID," because I'll have to do that. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I got to go to eBay and put in these bids. Oh shit, 0 time left. Oh, I missed this one. Damn.
Who are you bidding on?
Can't tell you. That's for a future episode. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. The virtual is on in about 8 minutes, so feel free to watch that. There's also a football game. Who's playing? The Ravens again?
Oh, yeah, the Ravens and Cowboys.
Okay, cool. So that should be a good game. But guys, thanks so much, and I will see you on the next video. Time to eat some cake and buy some cards.